This game will test your patience with its relentless difficulty. Prepare for challenging combat and intricate level design. Exploration is rewarding, but beware the constant threat. If you crave a true test of skill and perseverance, this adventure delivers. I have to admit this title throws you into the deep end. The survival mechanics are intense and unforgiving. Every resource is scarce and every encounter a potential death sentence. But that is also its charm. When you do manage to extract with precious loot, the feeling of accomplishment is unmatched. The combat is fluid, though aiming can feel a bit clunky at times. Exploration is rewarding, but always comes with risk, definitely for players who crave a serious challenge. This game offers a truly vast and immersive world perfect for exploration. The combat system is fluid and satisfying, allowing for creative approaches to battles. However, some players might find the story pacing a bit uneven at times, and the early game grind can be a little steep. Despite these minor drawbacks, the sheer scope of the adventure and the freedom it provides make it a compelling experience for anyone seeking a rich fantasy setting to get lost in. The physics-based crafting and trading are surprisingly deep, and while the pacing can be slow at times, the satisfaction of building a successful business from scratch is immense. It is a truly immersive experience that lets you live out a fantasy medieval life. It's easy to recommend if you enjoy relaxing management sims. This new strategy game offers a brutal but rewarding experience. Its intense difficulty and resource management demand precision and quick thinking. While the learning curve is steep, mastering its systems feels incredibly satisfying. The combat is engaging, forcing tactical decisions on the fly. However, some early game progression can feel slow, and occasional bugs can disrupt the flow. Despite these minor issues, it is a standout title for fans of challenging roguelites. I was absolutely blown away by the sheer audacity of this game. The art style is unlike anything I've seen before, a beautiful mess of colors and animation that perfectly complements its dark humor. The story is a wild, unpredictable journey that kept me guessing every step of the way. However, I have to admit the gameplay loop can become repetitive, and some boss battles felt unfairly challenging. Still, if you're looking for a truly unique experience with a killer soundtrack and unforgettable characters, this is it. This new city builder throws you into the ancient world with a brutal twist. You'll need to manage resources carefully and plan your expansion strategically. Be warned though, the AI can be unforgiving and the early game can feel slow. However, if you can push through, the depth of management and historical accuracy really shine. It is a demanding but rewarding experience for fans of the genre. Are you ready to forge an empire? I've been exploring this dark fantasy world for hours. The combat is tough, but rewarding, and the lore is incredibly deep. The parkour mechanics add a new layer to exploration, which is a nice touch. While some of the puzzles can be a bit frustrating, the overall experience is incredibly polished. This game really makes you work for its victories, and the satisfaction when you finally overcome a difficult boss is immense. The story is also quite engaging, especially with the female protagonist at its center. I was hooked from the moment I started playing this amazing title. The depth of the mechanics is truly impressive, offering endless hours of engagement. What I loved most was the incredible freedom to build and explore. It allows for so much creativity and strategic planning. However, it is not perfect. I did notice some occasional performance hiccups, especially during intense moments. Also, some early game quests felt a bit repetitive, but overall the positives far outweigh the negatives. The potential for emergent gameplay is massive. You really should check this out if you love complex simulation.